my girl. Up in the booth, making bangers, babe. It's just how we do. Sipping on all the more. Baguette, ooh. What you mean? Need a rollie on your wrist, too. Talk to the hoe. I got my little shoulder, baby. She my little woldie. I'ma keep it going, baby. And that's on Brody. Know I got that shit up, baby. Going hold it.
Alright guys, welcome back. So we did remove the spark plugs. I'm just doing basically a compression test, see if everything is running well. These are the spark plugs so far. Nothing seems wet. So far I've done the passenger side, 240, 230, 235. So I think they're all in between intervals so far. Hopefully there's nothing wrong, and if there's something wrong, then I have to double check. I had here one of my cables that is like, the wire seems a bit cut. I'm not sure if you guys see it. The wire seems a little bit cut. Maybe could be that, you know. Kobe and Ken were talking about it might be something electrical that I have going down. I do remember I had an issue where I accidentally cut the harness over here by the fender where it goes inside. And yeah, so as of now, compression seems well on this bank. I'll keep you guys posted as I go. Welcome back. As you saw in the video before, I did the compression test on the vehicle. We have 230 to 240 in the cylinders. I'm going to do a leak down test, but before I do that, Kobe from Palm Beach told me take out the spark plugs. Let's take a look at them. We're taking a look at them here. There's nothing wet. There was one of them that was, I'm supposed to do it at 0.022. So I double checked them, you know, usual. Put it in there, slide it. It's biting, so it's good. Put it in there, sliding, so it's good. Just in case, there is one. The only issue I do see is one of my ignition coils. I had an issue where the little tab, the little tab was messed up. So what I basically did was I went to go buy a new one, and basically with that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the scanner on it, and I'm gonna do a balance, power balance test, where it's basically gonna demonstrate if there's any misfires, because it happens at 4,000 RPM. If there's any misfire, to pinpoint exactly what cylinder it's happening. Regardless of the fact, I'm gonna do a leak down test, checking the valves, checking all of that. Let me bring over the. Let me move you guys so you guys can see. Right here. So we're gonna do the leak down test. Basically, connect it to a compressor. Make sure that it's, you know, having the concept of a leak down is having not having more than 10% per cylinder. So obviously we don't want any percentage, but it is a used car. It has been beat on. As long as we don't have more than 10%, I think we should be good motor-wise. The car doesn't have a lot of miles, and we weren't at 780 to the wheels. You're not really pushing on those motors. So we're going to double-check, see what's going on, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. So if you guys take a look at the video Kobe basically showed us, not from the last YouTube video we had, Kobe basically... he went over the spark plugs, but you remember how we took one out? It was this one where it's this one right here. Dude, this. See how it's messed up? Let me show you the other one. So like he told me, it could be something so minor like a gas. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm trying to check if it clears. That's what we're trying to do right now. Make sure that it's that. And yeah, we're going to put the scanner on. I'm going to show you guys firsthand how I'm doing everything. And basically diagnosing myself. So we're going to figure this problem out together. So basically, if you guys see here, let me lower the brightness. This is basically one of the cylinders on the, let me see, the passenger side. This is my 1, 2, this is the second cylinder. If you see it, all I see is, on the outside, nothing out of the ordinary. I'm not an expert when it comes to these motors, but there's nothing to freak me out. Now, on the second cylinder, where the ignition coil was broken, and this is even before I'm doing the leak down test. Let me see if I can find sorry, that's just me like testing it out, basically cylinder through cylinder. Let me see. Okay, so you see already there, it's like, it's already dark. And then on top of that, it looks like it has more carbon buildup. So I'm gonna blame the ignition coil. I'm gonna start installing the coils, well, the spark plugs, testing it out, seeing what's up. Another thing that Kobe did tell me was I overly tightened the spark plugs. So I don't know how I did that. I'll be honest with you guys. So I'm gonna install back the spark plugs. I'm not gonna overly tighten them. I even made a video on that, and I don't remember overly tightening nothing. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put back the original spark plugs I had. I did buy new NGK 6510s, but I want to see if it had it. Now that I have everything, now that I have the computer with me, now I have everything. I want to see, even after changing just that coil, if it still produces the misfire. And if it does, we'll do a leak down test. We'll double check everything, see what exactly can produce that, and yeah, I mean, that's basically it. So right here, I'm not gonna overly tighten them. I'm still gonna put new ones on them, and yeah, so I'll do a time lapse right now so you guys basically see me putting them back in, and that's really it. You put them inside the hole. You make sure to go backwards so they sit properly. Go forward, hand tighten always. It is an aluminum block. Hand tighten. So yeah, I was thinking that. I'm also going to show you guys over there on the other side. I have one of my wires like nipped. I think that's the word, how you use it. Where it's basically, it's showing the electrical part, like right here, it's not there, it doesn't have it, and it has a cut. So I'm gonna put tape on that as well, maybe like a ground issue or something. So yeah, so the issue is I used a cheap K member, not K member, long tube headers. I have BBK long tube headers on this car. Those BBK headers were the first ones that I bought for my first vehicle, like my S197, the 2014 one I had prior to this one. And what I did was I kept them in the room, and then I ended up installing them on these. Fitment was good, but I've seen that sometimes long tube headers, if they're cheap wise, they tend to basically like vibrate, and that creates false knock. So with this setup, what I basically did was I installed those. It created false knock when I first did my tunes with VPS, and then now with this guy again, with Palm Beach, Kobe, he told me, hey, you're having false knock. What should we do? Can you look at your car? And I was like, no, don't look at it. Desensitize them. I'm confident that it's the long tube headers or something, because I double checked everything. So we did, and yeah, he was a bit worried due to that, but that's about it. I mean, there's nothing to it. So let's time lapse here. I'm basically gonna finish doing this side. I'm gonna show you guys the other side where I have that, and then we're gonna start it up, have it run, and see what the balance test, what exactly it shows. So, all right. So we're finished on that end, putting the spark plugs that you guys saw. And now what basically we're gonna do on this side is, let me get the camera over. Not the camera, sorry, the light. I gotta change the bulb. Basically, remove here. I have the spark plugs removed. Once again, I checked my gap on the spark plugs. There was only one spark plug that was way out of line. then the rest were perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. So, like I said, first things first, a diagnostic in the type of sense, putting back everything, doing the power balance, and then let me take you guys off the stand so you can see what I'm talking about. And this one, right here, you guys see that? Hold on, let me see if I can get you a better angle. If you guys notice, it is chewed up there. See? So, see? There you go. I don't think a wire is missing, but just in case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of black tape. Put it there, run the car, and hopefully I shouldn't have any ground issues, right? So, that's what it is. There you go. And yeah. So, back to the time lapse. Alright, so we're doing a pull. If you guys can see, we have the power balance out on the, so you'll see it pivot, but that's because it's manual and like I'm not letting clutch out right, and you'll see it. But right now, just on idle, it doesn't do nothing at all. I'm gonna accelerate all the way, like, see, you don't see any big pivots downwards, and I'm already at 4,000 psi. I mean 4,000 RPM.
Right now in fourth? No. No.
Nothing, right?
Absolutely nothing.
So I'm really hoping it was that it was just the ignition coil that had like the chipped part. But as of now, we have nothing. So yeah, we'll see you guys back at the shop. And yeah, so far that's the power balance. All right, so we're back. I'm doing an idle one, and we have no check engine codes, coolant temperatures as well. Nothing out of this world. It's only when I let off the throttle. What you think, bro? Alright guys, so welcome back. We're at Palm Beach again, and I think we fixed the issue. We're gonna check it out with Kobe, and hopefully now we're able to let it rip all the way to 7,800. So We're gonna see what's up, and yeah, tune in. Oh God, what you gonna do?
Alright, chill out, chill out.
Yeah, the turbo.
Yep.
Goddamn jet taking off.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, bitch.
Look at this dude. Nice. All right, so as you guys saw it in the Palm Beach, the video, we basically hit the numbers that we were looking for. So right now, as we're seeing, it's around 820 horsepower to the wheels. That's with belt slip. I'm really sorry that I couldn't get you guys the conversation between me and Kobe, the guy that helps me out with the videos and go with me that day, which is my brother. But yeah, so the other day my belt slipped. So here's the belt. I basically tensed it a bit more, and we're not having any belt slip. So realistically speaking, right? Realistically, it should be making around 830 to 850 to the wheels with no belt slip. That's what Palm Beach told me. They've been doing this for many years, so I believe so. Now, the only thing that's holding me back right now when it comes to racing it is in Mexico, is the MT82. You guys have to remember is a weak link. I mean, honestly, right now, it hasn't given me any issues, but the issue is the following. I have the RST clutch in it, which helps out so I don't damage the transmission, because it's an organic clutch. So it basically, when it like feels all the torque, it just slips. So it gives you that, you know, that weak link to help you not destroy the MT82. But the issue is, as this is when I bought the car, it's a performance package, I think it was 2017 performance package. So it has 373's gear ratio in the back, which affects me heavily because now with this amount of horsepower, first gear just whomp, second gear whomp. You get me? It throws a lot of torque to the wheels. And when you're road racing typically 50, 55, 60 at most. In Mexico, obviously. So, in the issue I'm having is, and you'll see I'm gonna post some videos of two road races that I did in Mexico, of basically me starting in third gear, and I'm looking, it's supercharged, and I'm looking like a turbo car just reeling them in. But that's because of the fact that I'm starting in third gear, and I was speaking with Grip Garage that basically you don't have that torque, instant torque. You get me? Thumb. So the next plan for this vehicle is we're gonna install the K member in the following month. So you guys are gonna see the video of that, because you have to remember, I added the ice tank. It's full weight. I took the seat off just to see if it does a difference, but it's pretty quick. But the problem is now I have to, you know, take a little bit of pounds off this fat ass. So we're gonna do the K member just to like loosen up the nose. I'm gonna see if I change my suspension up to the Kill. I believe it's Kill Track, something like that. Front suspension. I have Connie's front with lowering springs, but I was thinking of bettering it. K member, and then the lightweight brakes. But first I'm gonna see that, and in the next 2 months, hopefully, if everything does financially well, We're gonna do T56 with a. I'm either thinking of going the McLeod, the RXT 1200, or the Mantic. So that's what we're gonna do. Because the car has potential. As of right now, everything's working fine, but that's the issue, the gear ratio. And it's okay. I changed the gear ratio in the back. It's gonna help me out, but then again, you think about it this way. Now, what's the weak link in the vehicle? The motor can handle it. The short block can handle it. 16 psi any day of the week, 16 and a half. But the transmission, on the other hand, is gasping for air. Like you gotta put the video of the gorilla just pounding.
What?
Just pounding the life out of the transmission. Even though, it hasn't affected it. But you can see in the draggy, the 60 to 130, the huge dips it gets, probably because of clutch slip and all that. And yeah, so if we want to be competitive out here and compete with these guys, with these automatic GT500s, these GTRs, being a manual, I have to take the bullet on that one. So that's around, I think, 6 to 7 grand. I'm probably gonna do the labor myself. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And something so simple as a freaking ignition coil literally made me have to go to Palm Beach again. This simple coil that wasn't connected, that it was broken here, made me go all the way again there. But straight, it was amazing people. Shout out to Palm Beach. They did such a wonderful interaction, mostly. The tuning, like you start this car up, it's think about it, it's long tube headers, catless, course extreme all the way back. You start it up quiet, like I'm not being dramatic. It's like it doesn't start. No, nice. So did an amazing job. You literally, again, shout out to Kobe. As for example, it was my first time tuning a vehicle. Remote tuning, I didn't know how the hell to do it. You get me? But they take you every step of the way. It doesn't matter if you're a newbie or if you're doing this, they're confident enough. They show you the ropes. They give you, the opportunity to learn with them. They're not like jackasses where they're like, hey, figure it the hell out. No. They help you if you have a revision. If you feel like your car is running wrong in one way, wrong the other way, they tell you, hey, let's do another revision, and they get the car going how you want it. So the car right now, as it sits, it's pushing 800 horsepower at wheel, and I'll be honest with you, my knock sensors are desensitized. One of the reasons why is because I have cheap headers, and something's making false knock that's creating the car to pull timing and stuff like that. So I think in a year or so we're probably gonna get an illuminator. T56 is for sure, then illuminator for next year, or probably this year as well. And yeah, guys, so tune in. Thank you for watching. You're gonna see a little bit of clips in Mexico. Hopefully that helps out, so you can actually see what I mean when it's 373s in the back and me starting in third gear. That's why it looks like I'm reeling them in, but realistically speaking, I'm starting with less torque, and it's not where it's instant. So thank you again for watching. Subscribe, like, and for the 39 subscribers that we have, thank you guys. It means a lot. So tune in. We still got to get the Shelby going. I still got to take that video out, and yeah, so be advised for this one and the Shelby getting it fixed. All right, guys.